Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko 355 CS Astragal. Let's see if we can trick the camera into focusing on just the edge here. There we go, kind of, yep. There's a profile for you. So the Pemko 355 is representative of the fact that this is a 7-foot piece, so it's a bit hard to throw up in front of the camera. The 355 is representative of the fact that this is what people could call a T astragal, because if you use your imagination, it kind of looks like the letter T. The C means that it is in a clear anodized aluminum finish. It's anodized aluminum on aluminum base material, which is different than mill finish. This actually has a finish process to it. The S means that we've got a silicone insert here. Okay, so how this astragal mounts, and there's really no hard and fast rule about how, or any way that excludes it from being installed. Talking about how to install this astragal, you're going to be talking about, first of all, are you going to mount it on the push side or the pull side of the opening? Generally, an astragal is going to be mounted on the pull side of the opening, or assuming that the doors swing out, or the push side of the doors if the doors swing in. Generally, what people want, I'm going to stand this up at this point, this would be the face that you'd be presented with. And I'm going to see if I can zoom the camera in to help us see better what we're working on. Generally, this would be the face presented to you when you're on the locked side of the opening. Okay. There's an image below this video showing everything important dimensionally about it. 1 3/8 is the width of the face that would be presented to you on the outside or on the lock side. Okay. 1/4 inch projection is what you're going to see here. It's 1/4 inch. Okay. The seal, the side with the silicone in it, would generally be the side that comes in contact with the door that this is being attached to. Let me start over. This would, let's talk about all the scenarios. Door swings in, pair of doors swing in. This would be on the push side of the opening. You would mount this to the edge of the inactive door such that when the active door closed, it would close up against the silicone seal. Okay? So that when you're opening the door, this stays in the fixed closed position because it's attached to the inactive door. That would be a very common way to do this. The strike plate, your hardware preparations, you'll want to make sure that they do not interfere with this edge. I'm going to give you an idea of that dimension now because it's not on the drawing. You've got about 5/8 of an inch from the edge of the T. Let me pull this up over here. 5/8 of an inch from here, this dimension here, to the underside of here. 5/8 of an inch. So you might have to notch this portion around your strike plate. And this is attached to the edge of that inactive door. So we've talked about doors that swing in. This would be attached to the edge of the inactive door, and the active door opens and seals against the silicone. Very typical, very common. Doors that swing out. Now you've got the problem where you can't attach this to the inactive door, assuming you want this on the exterior or the pull side, because you're going to, in essence, make it impossible to open the active door. So exterior doors that swing out, you're going to have to attach this to the edge of the active door, such that when the active door closes, the silicone seal will seal up against the face of the inactive door. Now, what you've got to consider, though, in both of these scenarios, you are eliminating the independent operation of both leaves. Now, if you've got a lock set and a deadbolt and flush bolts, that's not an issue. However, if you've got pairs of exit device hardware on pairs of doors, this would be a problem. This sort of Astragal would be a problem because it inherently, one door seals up against it, and it's screwed, physically screwed to the edge of the other door. So if you had a pair of doors with vertical rod panic devices and both doors need to open independent of each other, this would not work for you. But in the majority of cases, when you don't have that sort of hardware, this is a really great solution. Generally, the Astragal is also going to be considered like a latch guard, because this continuous face is going to cover the seam between the two doors and inherently kind of deter people from trying to jimmy the locks open, etc. You'll also need to keep in mind that the thickness of this flange that's going to go between the two doors per the drawing, it's 3/32 of an inch. It's heavy on a 1/16. So you'll need to make sure that you've got that much margin between the two doors, but really you most likely are definitely going to. However, you'll want to keep that in mind, especially if you have square edge doors. You want to make sure you've got enough room to get this installed, and in almost all instances you'll be able to do so without any sort of trouble. Pemko makes this Astragal available in several different colors. Okay, this is the C color for the clear aluminum. You're going to have, let's see, bright gold. You'll have dark bronze. You'll have gold. You'll have painted white. You'll have satin nickel. It's also going to be available in different inserts as well. This is the S for silicone. You can get it with a P for pile. It'd be a little bristle. And you can also get a V for vinyl, which is like the silicone, but not as high performance. Vinyl does not perform as well in extreme temperatures, nor exposure to UV. It will dry out over time. If you have need for an Astragal application that you're not sure if this is going to work, by all means reach out. I'd be happy to help you walk through that. Includes screws. They're like a undercut head. I usually don't do videos on items so long because they're just too hard to put in front of the camera. But an Astragal for a door, you generally don't get a 3-foot section of the Astragal. They're available in the lengths that are listed in the website. Generally 7-foot, 8-foot, 9-foot, 10-foot are available. Your 8-foot, anything longer than 8 foot is going to have a significant shipping surcharge to it because it can't ship UPS, so keep that in mind. Easy to cut on a chop saw, on a miter box saw with a carbide tip blade, no problem there at all. And I would, you would see this, you could see this in residential applications on pairs of doors, for sure. You could see this on exterior aluminum storefront doors, where you've got a situation where you do want to close off the seam and also, the gap between the two doors from the exterior, and provide a weather seal. This sort of Astragal is nice because doors kind of have a tendency to move a little bit over time, to sag or to do this kind of stuff. And the fact that you're attaching something to the door and it's going to butt up to the face will continually cover any sort of misalignment over time between the doors. However, because this is a piece of extruded aluminum, if your doors are installed where one jamb is is, not perfectly plumb, this would accentuate that problem. If you've got doors that aren't perfectly flush with each other, this will make that problem worse, because you've got to get it installed even flush to the face of the door. So if you've got one door that's a little bit further out than the other, that surface is not going to be able to, make a complete seal against the face of the door, causing difficulty of latching the door, etc. But in properly installed material, this is a great solution. So if you have any questions on the Pemko 355 S type of T Astragal or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. Pemko is a full-line manufacturer of all things weather stripping related, both commercial and residential, along with other things like vision frames and filler plates for steel doors as well. Thank you very much.